The information shared in these conversations and videos are intended for general knowledge and entertainment purposes only. It should not be considered as legal advice or professional guidance. Additionally, any documentation or references to specific content are solely for the purpose of discussion and understanding. It does not imply endorsement, promotion, or support of said content. The views expressed in these videos and/or conversation are those of the individuals involved and do not represent any official stance or opinion. The content you are about to experience may contain strong language, including explicit words and phrases. This language is used for artistic expression and may be integral to the storyline or character development. It is important to note that the use of such language does not endorse or promote offensive behavior. Viewer discretion is advised, and please enjoy the show responsibly.
The United States Fair Use Disclaimer.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to, yeah, but it's a vibe. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. I'm contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. You, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to, yeah, but it's a vibe. You, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to, yeah, but it's a vibe.
I don't wanna waste time. Well, remember tonight I found something here with you. Running by the roadside, wait up for me. I'd go anywhere that you do. Put it all out in the open. No, we don't have to control it. Put it all out in the open. If it's only for a moment, it's a lifetime of emotion. Put it all out in the open. Don't tell me it's time to go. Now that we made this far, wandered to a broken, never look back to the ocean. Still know you'll meet me at home. When we're lost and out of focus, and we don't know where the road is, I still know you'll meet me at home. leaves me blind, you always will lead me through. If you need me at the wrong time, throw it all out by the wayside. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Put it all out in the open. No, we don't have to control it. Put it all out in the open. If it's only for a moment, it's a lifetime of emotions. Put it all out in the open. Don't tell me it's time to go. Too broken, never look back to the ocean. Still know you meet me at home. We're lost in that focus, and we don't know where the road is. Still know you meet me at home.
Hey there.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. Good to finally meet you.
It's awesome.
Okay, so if you have YouTube open, go ahead and close it out, but stay in StreamYard.
Yeah, I don't think it's open.
Okay.
I just came through the link. So
Okay, good. All right, very good. Very good. Okay, I'm hearing an echo. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's me. Let me turn mine off. Make sure I'm off here. Okay, so should be all right. Okay, well, good to meet you. So, when I first heard about your case, I think I may have been living in that area in Gastonia. So I've actually been by that house in Cramerton.
okay, I've got some really bad audio going on here somewhere. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah. Do you want
Gotta
to
really-
go back out and come back in? I'm gonna see if that helps. I'm gonna remove you and then add you back. See if that helps. Hello? Y'all hear me okay? Is there an echo?
I hear you, but I'm getting a lot of like echo.
All right, do you hear me better now?
I can hear
The
you,
only-
but I've got a lot of echo from somewhere.
When that happens, that means YouTube's still open somewhere.
All right, let me. I think I got rid of it.
Okay. Let me say hello to everybody coming in here real quick. Hey, crazy chicken lady, thanks for coming. And country girl, no fear. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming. This is David Ghantt. If you're familiar with the Loomis Fargo Heist of was 1997. Is that right?
Yeah, it was October 4th, 1997.
And what was significant about that time in your life?
It was just the right time for me, to do it. When Kelly and them approached me, it just happened to be that time of year, and I looked at the work schedule and figured out the best time to do it, and that's what we went with. It just happened to fall on October the 4th.
right before the holidays. That's awesome. So
Oh
go
yeah.
go through the whole thing where there was a skeleton crew there that weekend, and that left you with the opportunity. Go through all of that with us, and I'll mute out so there won't be an echo.
I'll give you the condensed version because there's a lot of interviews out there, and I just finished up one a few months ago for Amazon. I think just going to end up buying it. Um, the condensed version for you to catch everybody up. Um, I worked for Loomis Fargo or Wells Fargo, and I worked for them for about 2 years. Started off as a driver. Worked my way into a vault superintendent. That's the guy that takes all the deliveries into Loomis Fargo and counts all the bags and makes sure everything's right. And I worked there for about 2 years. And one of my coworkers came to me, Kelly Campbell, came to me and said, "Hey, how do you feel about robbing Fargo?" And to be honest, it's a running joke there. Everybody jokes about it. And I thought, you probably wouldn't, it wouldn't be that hard back then. I'm trying to get my camera right here. And I thought about it for a while. I thought, okay, when's the best time? When's the most money? And that's the week. That was the weekend. And needed weekend is going to be nice and quiet, where I'm going to be in charge of the vault. And I told her, just come and set a couple weeks, October the 4th. We'll have a good amount of money, and I'll be mostly by myself with a new guy. Well, it wasn't new, but he was new to working in the vault. He didn't really know how that was supposed to go. So I knew I could probably BS him a little bit and get him to go out the door. And the 4th came and went into work just like normal. One of the things that people love to talk about is on my way into work that morning, I heard the song "Take the Money and Run."
Did you really?
Yeah, and it just seemed like a good omen. And went in, did my normal job, got all the trucks loaded up out the door, and that's when I really decided what I was going to do that day, because I could have changed my mind at any moment. And
So I had seen where there was a little bit, you had a crush on Kelly a little bit, maybe, and that may have had some bearing on you doing it.
I guess you could say there was a bit of one, and we had talked about it, and, probably an extremely expensive crush. But yeah, I wanted us to be more than friends, and it just didn't work out. But that's life. Back then, I was very naive, and in some regards, pretty dumb.
But you had been to Iraq, is that right?
Say again.
You had been to Iraq, is that right?
I still didn't catch it.
Had you been to Iraq?
Oh, Iraq? Did you say? I'm still getting bad audio somehow.
I don't. Let me try to back out and come back in. Let me see if it's me. You can answer that while I.
Well,
Did that fix it? Am I still echoing, y'all? I don't know why.
oh, that's better actually.
Yeah, I'm just
Can you
going to take turns talking and then we'll be okay.
All right. I'm fiddling with my camera trying to get it right. It's winning right now.
Whatever happened to her?
Who, Kelly Campbell?
Hmm.
I have no idea. I'd imagine she's probably still living in Gaston County. I know she used to live over there in near McCaddenville back in the day. That was
Yeah,
what,
like
almost 30 years
Cramerton,
ago.
right?
Um, I assume McCaddenville's still Christmas Town, or
Yes. Yes.
oh boy, I used to
Yeah.
hate that traffic because especially during the Christmas season, you'd be trying to go somewhere else. You're like, you drive 20 miles out of the way to avoid the traffic in McCaddenville. I mean, it's
No,
beautiful,
I
but
used to live there, so I'm real familiar with the town. Unfortunately, my daughter lost her life there in 2011, but I know the area pretty well, so I've been to that house in Cramerton, the real big fancy mansion there.
yeah, Cramerton and Ranlow and all that. And we used to joke about going through Ranlow and not stopping at the stoplight or
Little
stop sign back
Chicago.
then, because they didn't even have a light for a long time. And yeah, I got a lot of good. That used to be my running grounds down through there, because we'd fish the river and
Now, did you ever go down to Lake Wiley?
Go to where?
Lake Wiley?
Oh yeah, we used to bass fish all over there. One of my little side stories is what's that wrestler's name? Oh God,
Rick
I think
Flair.
Rick
Yeah, we
Rick
had our
Flair.
boat parked right beside him at Terry's Marina for a while.
Well, me and
Yeah.
a buddy had snuck a John boat in to one of these hoity neighborhoods over there, and we were fishing along the dock. We weren't supposed to be there because we had gone. They had a rope blocking access. We just went. We just skimmed right over. We were there fishing, and Ric Flair came out there and was yelling at us because we were fishing his dock out there in his cowboy boots and tidy whities or whatever he was wearing, and yelled at cussing us. We were like, oh well, we're just gonna paddle on off. Like, I always wanted to meet Rick, but not in that fashion. No. I've met a lot of famous people in weird circumstances.
I understand. I understand that. Years ago, I sold franchises, and I met quite a few. Are you on a StreamYard? Does David have YouTube open? I asked him if he has YouTube open, and he said no. I could send him a new link if y'all want me to try that. I'll try a new link if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so back out of that one and get a new take a new link. It's down here in the chat. Hey Kim and Amy, good to see you guys. And Mac B, thank you guys for coming. Something. Do something. Yeah, there's a new link down here in the chat. So let me remove this one. Let me remove that one. Can you hear me okay now? Okay, there's a new link down here in the chat. Okay. So just click on this link here in the chat, David, and come on up on that one. He may have had it open twice. So we'll see. So I guess everyone has seen the movie Masterminds. I'll play a little clip right here of oh, here he is. Hold on. Let's try this now. Hopefully this will be better. Is that better? Is this the new link that was in chat?
I think so. I'm mostly lost with technology, guys. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll just mute out and let you talk.
Okay. Where would you like me to start then?
Tell us about your book first, and I'm going to put the link up here. So if anyone's interested in getting a copy.
Okay. The book is a self-help book, and it came about from me sitting in prison, and prisons are never ever quiet. Okay, so let's get that. And I'm sitting there on top of this bunk, this steel bunk with a crappy 100-year-old mattress. It's that thick. And I'm thinking, I was pretty well educated, came from a good family. I should have known better. All the normal excuses you hear from people. And I thought, how did I get here? What caused this? And the next day, went down to my prison job. I worked in the electrical shop, and I'm thinking about this the whole time. So I hit the library, and I started looking into psychology books and self-help books and this, that, and the other. And I'm reading, and I realized one terrible thing about self-help books. And this is hard for me to say because a lot of them are really good and they're really well written, but they're written from a point of this person is up here on their ivory tower looking down on you losers who haven't got your ducks in a row. Well, most of us don't have ducks. We've got squirrels. Okay. And they're long and drawn out, use a lot. You have to break out the source to figure out what the hell they're talking about. That kind of made me angry, to be honest. So the book is a compilation of, I guess, 5 years of field research, I guess you would call it. But what I did was while I was in prison, I would find a concept, and I'd try it out for 30 days. Tried yoga for 30 days, morning meditation for 30 days, late night meditation for 30 days. And this is a compilation of things that worked for me. And I'll be brutally honest, what worked for me may not work for other people, you know. And you've got to find the thing that people
Were you
search for
battling
happiness.
any addiction when all this happened?
Say again.
Were you battling any addiction when all this happened?
No, I mean, I've always been. I didn't realize that until later that I've been battling depression most of my life and just hit it really well. And I think that's what most people do. I would imagine that 98% of the population is dealing with a form of anxiety or depression. And if you really get into the psychological studies and you start thinking about how humans have changed over a long period of time, back to the caveman days, depression and anxiety have always been part of the human condition. And we've just learned to deal with it. And in modern times, we don't have an outlet for that. And I think that's why it affects modern humans worse. But
when you did your time, was it here in North Carolina?
Yeah. Oh, we're still having bad audio.
I know. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay. We'll get around it. But you're in Florida now. We just came back from there visiting my dad in Daytona. You're in Florida, is that right?
Yeah, I live in Jacksonville, Florida.
I love it.
It's great. I ride a motorcycle now, and I ride probably 9 months out of the year,
Oh, okay.
maybe more. Um, I love it
Does
because, like
anybody
right
have any
now,
questions?
say again.
I was asking Chad if they have any questions.
Oh, okay. I'm sure they do.
Put your link back up here.
But one of the things I'm working towards too is having my own little YouTube channel because there's always somebody who's
Yeah.
got a question. I'm probably going to do like 1 or 2 videos a month or whatever. Um, and that's probably going to be starting this year. I finally got my squirrels in a row. Um, but
There's
if you get
such a
into this,
need for more creative minded people, and you're definitely creative. So I'm definitely excited about having you do that. And when you get ready, I'll share your channel, and you'll boom like that.
oh, I hope so. And like most of the things that I do put out, if it helps one person, I consider that a win. When I put out the book, it's been a couple of years now. It wasn't all that long that this young lady texted me, said, "Hey, I bought your book. I was going through a really dark place, and I bought your book just on a whim, and it sat in my nightstand, and something told me one day to just open it up and read it." And she was going through relationship problems, stuff like that. Says, "Well, I took your book, went to the local cafe, ordered breakfast, coffee, and sat there and read it. It's not a long book. It's only like 80 or 90 pages, and it's a half day read, you know."
Yeah. Well, it's a
And
good. We're getting snow here, so it's a good weekend to get it and curl up and read it.
oh boy, I didn't get any of that, honey.
I said it. The weather here is really bad, so it's a good weekend to get your book.
Uh, yeah, me and my wife is the brains behind the book. She even picked the size for it. It fits right into your back pocket. It's small, compact. We left out all the BS, put in some good stories, and we wanted to write it in a fashion where it's me having a conversation. And like I was saying, the young lady that got the book, she said she read it. There was a couple of 1 or 2 chapters that stood out to her, and it helped her. Um, on the other end, uh, a detractor of the book, he said, "I used your book to prop up my nightstand or end table." I'm like, "Well, the book's helping you. Um, it's not for everybody." It looks like people in chat can at least hear the video. If they put their questions in chat, I'll do what I can to mute when you talk to Gypsy. Okay, we can try that. Or mute. Hmm. But we'll figure it out. But where would you like me to head towards next in the story?
I would like to hear about your time, and you went to, is it Mexico? You went to Mexico, is that right?
Oh, when I went to Mexico? Oh, man. We could be here for hours on that. Which is fine, I guess. Fiddle with the camera some more. My wife's gonna fuss because the house is a wreck behind me, but that's okay. I'm human. Humans live in this house, and it gets dirty sometimes. Anyway, the night of, Kelly and I are in her truck, and we're headed down. And the original plan was to fly out of Columbia, South Carolina. Sounds like a great plan until you get down there and realize that back then Columbia Airport shut down around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Dark. So, um, plan B, I uh, hopped on a Greyhound and went from Columbia, South Carolina to Atlanta, Georgia. Their airport, 24/7. It's like a good old convenience store. They're always open. And hopped from there from Atlanta to New Orleans. And there's a whole another story I could get into about my experience, my short time in New Orleans, where I dyed my hair and forgot to dye my eyebrows. But we'll come back to that if you want. Anyway, from New Orleans, I took the very first flight to Cancun, Mexico. Still dressed in winter clothes. I mean, I had a heavy jacket and 3 layers and long johns, and I had all this money cash around my waist, stuffed in my boots and my wallet. And I got to Mexico, not realizing that even this time of year, Mexico is warm. And I about sweated myself to death. When was that? That was back in 1997, Mac. The first thing I bought, um, I needed a wardrobe and realized it, and I'd never gotten a chance to shop without worrying about how much money I was spending. I'd always been on a tight budget, and so I took a cab and went to the local mall. And I got me some nice cowboy boots, got me some nice jeans. Oh yeah, paid cash for all the hotels. Cash is king, or was king in Mexico, probably still is. Oh yeah, and I got to enjoy not really having a but oh, mixed drinks. Meh. Yeah, I was a lot younger then, and I could deal with it a lot better. My liver probably hated me back then. Oh, when you have a lunchtime margarita, you're being rough on the old liver. But yeah, I bought all the things that I never bought an expensive pair of sunglasses. No, I didn't speak Spanish. The exact opposite. Um, uh, they offered Spanish in high school, and I was a butthead and opted out of that class. And it'd have made my life easier if I'd have stayed in. But and if you ever want to learn Spanish, here's a pro tip: watch Spanish soap operas because you can figure out what they're saying by their tone. Oh, I was raised in Gastonia, the gas house. Tony's Ice Cream, Ro's Barbecue, Cruisin' Franklin. Um, he's probably dead now, but we used to get. There was a moonshine. I had moonshine guy just across the river, and we would pretend like we didn't recognize the people we would see there because we were good Baptists. Um, it's not a bad place to raise your kids. I mean, um, it's a good, solid southern town. There's, not a lot to do, but it's it's just as good as anywhere else. Protest at Tony's? Why would you protest Tony's? I mean, that is probably the best ice cream in North Carolina. I mean, goodness. Oh, really? What's that got to do with ice cream? That's silly. But I live in a world where a lot of things are silly to me. I mean, if people knew the history of Tony's, and because my dad used to tell me she got bad service. It's Tony's. If there's going to be a blue man people there, 98% of the time you're going to get the service you get. Okay, because they're usually jamming out. But I mean, my dad remembers when old man Tony was delivered ice, with a horse and buggy or horse and wagon, and that's how they got their start. That's they've been there a long time. Oh yeah, but I've always been a fan of the chocolate shakes and the banana shakes. Oh yeah, and then we would go over to RO's and get burger and get a sandwich and fries, and that was our you know typical weekend thing. Yeah, went straight to Mexico after the heist, and my cut was supposed to be around 5 million. The way I've always looked at it was a business deal. Let's say you like pie, I like pie. Our mutual friend over here likes pie. I've got access to all the pie, and I'm going to give you 5 pies, you 5 pies, 5 pies for me. Whatever pie is left over, you two can split. I just want my pies, and that was my deal. And the thing that's always stuck with me, it's I hate to say I won't say angry, but it's always aggravated me. Well, the first thing they wanted to do was vote me off the island and come back with, oh, it's nothing personal. It's always personal. But, you know, my long term plan was to get the money into the Cayman Islands and then probably fish and drink my life away. Oh, the guy, the so-called what was what was his name? Good grief. Um, the thing is, he made me suspicious the first time I met him, and he was asking really weird questions, and um, he Cozumel in Cancun is run by the Mexican mafia. That's and he made one of them angry, and they came to me later and said, "Hey, um, this guy wants to kill you," and I paid them. They asked, I paid them some bribe money. Said, hey, just keep him busy, keep him away from me. Don't give him what he wants. And that was the thing. Bribery made the Mexican government work. Go figure that one out. No, we didn't become friends. No, that's where the movie and real life are completely deviant. Well, I hope you're having a great day too, DJ Fruit Loops. That's a great name, by the way. But yeah, we weren't friends, and that's like I said, it's one of the places where the movie just deviates from reality, and they did it to make it funnier. But one of the questions I do get, why I didn't retire in Gastonia, there's just too many memory. I've got family in Gastonia, but there's too many, I'll say, bad memories in Gastonia. Too many opportunities for me to do something stupid again. So that's why I'm here in Florida. I wanted to start over. Nothing against the gas house. I still love it. I'm friends with the guy that runs ROs, and I've known the people that ran Tony's for my whole life. So yeah. Oh yeah. I knew the FBI was after me. Um, I I knew immediately. As okay, how to explain this? When you do a crime, your first opponent is going to be local law enforcement, and they work in an area, and they're not going to come out of that area. Well, the FBI, their entire jurisdiction is the United States, and as soon as you cross the state line, they're going to get involved, and especially such a high profile. I knew kind of what I'd done, and I knew it was going to be a high profile. I knew the FBI was going to be coming after me, and so one of the things I did was, well, you always want to know your enemy or your opponent. So I went to the library, which was a recurring theme in my life. Did research on the FBI. Was Locke Bell the DA? Oh man, if I could remember that detail from that long ago, I'd probably be a lot better off financially. I don't remember. I do remember my lawyer's name was Noel P. 10. He was a great guy. Did you cover your story at the beginning of live? I gave a condensed version of it, Mac. If you want me to recap, I'll be glad to. Oh, America's Most Wanted. Yes, I was, and I think it was one of their better episodes. Probably made them more money than they ever made me. I got $0 from them, but that's the way of it. Yeah, Mac, we covered the very basics of the story at the beginning. October the 4th, 1997, Rob Loomis Fargo ran away to Mexico, was in Mexico 6 or 7 months. Oh, okay. Yeah, October the 4th, 1997, Rob Loomis Fargo, $17.5 million, second biggest cash heist in American history. I think I've been eclipsed since then. I don't know. I don't keep up with that stuff. Ran away to Mexico. My co-defendants, the people I sort of trusted, wanted to kill me. Eventually, the FBI caught up with me in Cozumel, Mexico. I did 6 years in prison. Yeah, over a crush at work. That was dumb. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. That's the 2-minute version of the story. No woman, no cry. Exactly. But that also makes for an extremely boring life. My life has been blessed and cursed with females. The women in my life today are phenomenal. My wife, she laughs. It's like she's probably in there laughing now. She's probably watching and laughing right now. And I've had, like most men, I've had good and bad women in my life, and them's the breaks. My other option is live in a cave. Yeah, over a woman. So you married her? No. Lord, no. Yeah, Masterminds is loosely based on my story. Yep, DJ Fruit Loops, you have hit the nail on the head. You should win a prize of some sort. You get a shout out. But that's with any relationship. It goes both ways. You could say that's true for men and women. That's good advice, actually. But yeah, I spent about 6-8 months in Mexico. What did I learn from the experience? I learned good things and bad things. things. I'll start with the bad. I learned that you really can't trust people when it comes to money. Period. If there's money involved, there's probably going to be treachery somewhere of some sort. Big, small, doesn't matter. You can't trust people with money. Money is just a tool. On the good side, if I hadn't have gone through all this, um, I wouldn't have learned that I was dealing with depression and anxiety. I wouldn't have learned how to deal with them. There's no cure. I wouldn't have the wife I have now, and I wouldn't have my daughter, and you know, who knows what would have happened if I hadn't have taken the long way to get here. It might have been horrible. Oof, bipolar, that's a tough one to deal with. Cause I know several people that are bipolar, and it can be an interesting roller coaster ride. Oh no, bipolar people are never boring. I work with a guy that's bipolar, and some days he is the most focused, sharp human being, and then the next day, yeah, he might be frothing at the mouth. But he's always interesting. Do I believe in God? That's a tough question. Yeah, I think, and there's going to be a lot of people who don't. I think God is the ultimate gardener, and we live in His garden. And I don't know how to explain it. I think He put us here, and we're here. And I don't usually do religion that much, but I don't judge people who don't have any of it. And if you've got a lot of it, I'm happy for you. If you don't have any of it, I'm happy for you. I try to be supportive of everybody, but that doesn't work either, to be honest. I'm not good at explaining my religion. It's not my calling. What do I want my legacy to be now? Um, I think no matter what I do, I'm going to be a blurb in the history book. And, people are going to, oh, I used to get horrible hate letters, hate mail and stuff like that. But I hope my legacy is one of you can change yourself if you want to bad enough. You can improve yourself if you put in the effort. I hope my self-help book outlives me by many, many years. I, you know, did I still pray and was I afraid? Like any human, you going into a new situation, you know, fear. And I realized that back then I was a lot tougher than I am now. I'll say that. Um, no love letters. No. That those didn't come till later. Weirdly, and I got some weird letters from people. But yeah, going into a prison, you're very alone. It's very scary. Um, did I pray? Not in a conventional sense, no. But you just have to, I guess the term for it now is man up. And um, I did my time mostly by myself, kept to myself, left the other people mostly alone. If you can be alone in a place with 1,000 people in a box. Did I get fan mail? Yes, I did. I got some really weird letters. Some majority of my fans are really awesome, but every now and then you get the strange one. But that's okay. That's life. You got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, more of those than you'd ever think. Yeah, like if you were going to do this again, there you can tell they're right. What would you do? I'm like, well, since I was locked up, the whole banking system has shifted. You probably couldn't do what I did. They can track a single dollar bill now because of the new barcodes and stuff like that. Um, it's more difficult to smuggle money. The banking laws, especially in the Caymans, have changed. Back then, is still drug heyday. They were happy to see somebody with a lot of cash. Um, but now, you can still smuggle whatever you wanted to in Mexico, as long as you're going south. I could probably smuggle a freight train of elephants into Mexico and nobody notice. As long as I can. Did I save any of it offshore? We never made it that far, sadly. But that'd have been the way to go back then. Because then at the end of it, the FBI is going to catch you. And if you've got two bank accounts set up, one that's got some money in it, and one that's where they're putting interest from the big account, you can negotiate with the federal government. But you got to have a lot of money to do that. But it's possible. Wow, we're already going on an hour. Wow. It goes quick. Need to fix my beard. Oh, after the heist, I made up my mind that I was never coming back. And that's the cold hearted part. You do something like that, you've got to turn your back on everything and you've got to walk away and know that you can't come back. And that's one of the places where I've been called a cold hearted SOB because you had to be. I had to be just to walk away. Not that I don't love my country, but it's not like they were going to let me just get away with it. Oh, Gypsy, this this ranks up as one of the better podcasts I've done. Some have been a real, the meme with the dumpster on fire floating in the river. Yeah, I've been on some of those. This has gone actually pretty well, surprisingly. If I could get my glasses to stay put, but that's typical. Yeah, it's time to fix my beard. Starting to look like, I don't know, Quaker Oats man or something. Yeah. Gypsy's been kind enough to put a link to my book, uh, A New Path After a $17 million misstep. She's put it in the banner, and she put my Cash App. If someone wants to donate to my motorcycle gas fund or my coffee fund, feel free. I'm not, but you don't have to. Please don't. I mean, I would appreciate it, but I'm not going to be like, you know, it's there if you want to, if you enjoyed yourself. Um, and if
Okay,
you know
well,
somebody
thank you
that could
very
use the book,
much. I appreciate it.
all right, it was great talking to you. We've
You
been waiting how
too.
long to do this?
Like a year.
It's been like almost 2 years. We talked because you had just started. I think you had like
Yeah.
maybe 100 followers back then. I was like, this poor. And then you came back and said, I want to save your interview till we have more guests.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I didn't forget about you. I was like, I wonder what happened to her.
I got stuck in a troll community.
But we'll have to do this again, and maybe we can figure out I'm pretty sure the audio problem is on my end because I'm bad with technology. But we'll have to do this again.
Yes, please.
Matter of fact, while we're still here, talk to your followers and say, hey, what kind of questions? Maybe we'll come back and do like 20 questions or whatever.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. I think my YouTube is on because I just got a notification. Doesn't that figure? You're very welcome, country girl. I enjoy sharing. Like I said, if what I say helps someone, helps one person, I'll count that as a win. Learn from my mistakes. And kids, do good in school and pay attention, or you end up like me. And it's not as great as you think.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, have a good afternoon.
Okay. Again, here is the book link. Here, I'm going to put it back up here.
Cool. Yeah, I wish I was better with technology.
That's okay. We'll do it again sometime.
Oh,
now that we know each other.
Yeah. We should do it. And you're at what, 2 or 3,000 followers now?
Yeah, 2,000. Yeah.
We should do another one at like 4.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So y'all know the drill. Hit like and subscribe and help my girl out. We'll do this again when she hits 4,000.
Thank you very much,
and
David. Have a good night.
I'll go in depth.
Okay.
Tell you some stuff you don't hear on regular interviews.
Okay.
We'll do something special.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. And I'm glad to see your channel grow. Glad to see my friend starting to succeed in her passion, doing what she likes.
Yes, I do
Proud
very
of you.
much.
Even though you're not my kid, I'm proud of you. Isn't that weird?
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to hit the leave button. Y'all have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I appreciate you all coming and being patient with our audio issues. Hopefully next time we'll iron it all out. And so help me get to 4,000 and he'll come back with and answer our 20 questions and give us some more insight on that 17 million. Yeah, 17 million. Yeah, so hope everybody had a good time. All right. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
I don't wanna waste time. Well, remember tonight I found something here with you. Running by the roadside, wait up for me. I'd go anywhere that you do. Put it all out in the open. No, we don't have to control it. Put it all out in the open. If it's only for a moment, it's a lifetime of emotion. Put it all out in the open. Don't tell me it's time to go. decide, and the fear leaves me blind. You always worry me through. If you need me at the wrong time, throw it all out by the wayside. There's nothing that I wouldn't do.